Tēnā koutou katoa. Ko te tia, te maunga, ko mataau te awa, ko Ngāti Titiriti, te iwi, ko Plata te waka, ko Brendon Roberston toko ingoa. Nō reira, tēnā koutou katoa. Kia ora, I'm Brendon Roberston. I'm the geography teacher at Mount Aspiring College. Chair Thurlow has asked me to give you guys a presentation or a quick run through what we do here at Mount Aspiring College with the use of GIS. So as you can see, we've got a pretty spectacular environment here. We have fantastic programs that make use of our natural environment. I really like this image. Well, one, it shows where we are at the kind of southern end of Lake Wanaka. It also speaks to my background. I'm a geologist, not a geographer. I'm self-taught when it comes to GIS, so this is a bit intimidating for me talking to you guys who have infinitely more qualified than I am to do this stuff. And it shows our incredible country that we have, particularly for me, the Alpine Fault being incredibly obvious as that great straight line that runs up the spine of the South Island. All right, so I'm going to run through how things work at MAC here. We use GIS for lots of different things within geography, and not so much ARC, but in junior school we use other types of GIS softwares to build their understanding of spatial skills and spatial thinking and things like that. So the skills we're trying to get across are spatial thinking skills, wanting to be able to visualize environments and interpret environments. Spatial pattern analysis and description, being able to describe something and think about the reasons that it looks like that as well. That's the spatial thinking skills. And use spatial analysis to solve problems, so use GIS to solve geographic problems and be able to interpret and create their own data as well. Right, the context that we use, we look at spatial patterns at different scales, obviously at local scales as well as at global scales. And we use GIS to solve problems, propose solutions, and visualize our research data that we do at various levels. At level 1, we use Christchurch earthquake as our context for analysis of how to solve a problem. And they also use Survey 123 to collect data as well, and visualize research data online. At level 2, it's a bit more of a step up, where we kind of modeled the distribution of homicides as well as interpreting the patterns of homicides, and then, as you can see, using relationship maps to explain the socio-cultural factors that contribute to those patterns. So using GIS to solve a problem, then you've got to then, as a result of this, they've got to propose a solution of how they're going to solve this problem. We also use Survey 123 to collect data. This was a water quality from stormwater into Lake Wanaka piece of research with being able to solve the problem. And the problem that these guys proposed was using settling ponds between the pipes and the lakes to be able to enable the materials and bacteria to settle out before they go into the lake. All right, at level 3, we run a independent research project, and this generally involves the use of Survey 123 to collect data for research and use of ArcGIS to visualize the research data, and then story maps to present it. So there's a couple of, they use all sorts of different contexts. So I've used the dark sky imagery here, showing some choropleth maps and a heat map relating to streetlight density as well. So, interesting research ideas and using GIS to visualize that data. And the bottom is shade at the school, and that was a rapid research project showing the areas of shade and how big they were within the school. So there you go, folks. That's how we use the ArcGIS suite at Mount Aspiring College. Thank you very much.